Hi, I'm Brien Lundin of Gold Newsletter, and I'm talking with Kenneth Holmes of New Carolin Gold. Kenneth, one of the themes that we have in the junior resource industry is of discovery, and that's what really excites investors in this game, in this sector. But another thing that's come apart, another theme that's been developed over the past few years is one of rediscovery, in that you can go back to old projects, either look at them with infrastructure, better infrastructure, finding better grades, reinterpreting, et cetera, or in some cases taking fragmented land positions and consolidating them, doing that kind of work, and creating an entirely new project that doesn't necessarily have the risk involved of a grassroots exploration project, because there's a lot of either infrastructure or identified resources in place. That's really what you're doing here, isn't it?
You were checking all the boxes there. Yeah, we consolidated title to it a few years ago. It was split over 3 companies, and that was a problem. We added a bunch to the land package, and you're right. We're bringing new modern exploration techniques to a big part of that property, even though it's got a lot of known gold occurrences, 5 historic mines on it. And we are also, the most prominent of the 5, the Carolin mine, has a resource in it, and part of our goal this year is to be drilling extensions on that to add to that resource.
And we're not talking about a remote project at all.
No, it's if anybody's been up the Coquihalla Highway, we're 6 kilometers off the highway and 18 from Hope and 150 from Vancouver.
We can drive there from here and not even have to fill up the tank.
Exactly.
Okay, so you have this project, it has historic resources, and it has decent grades. What's your goal now? Are you going to expand that resource, or do you have other targets?
We want to do both. The journeyman process here would be to plod along adding to the resource, but which we plan to do, because that is sort of the lower risk part of this thing. But we have so many other targets potential on the property with the other mines. The Emancipation was one of the other mines. They produced 3,000 ounces from it. We want to get in and drill under that, because it hasn't been properly tested. I've got one showing where they took a couple tons out and recovered over 30 ounces, like 15 ounces per ton. Definitely want to drill that one. So our goal this year is to do both some underground and some surface drilling, which we hope to have some discovery results from, and that all lays on top of the overall existing infrastructure.
Yeah, talk to us about the infrastructure that's in place.
Well, we've got all 12 months the year road access up to the mine, to the Carolin, but we've got, from existing logging, we've got really access to the whole property. We've got the underground is being rehabilitated. We do a lot of our drilling, so we can drill all winter there.
This is underground development for the previous mine.
Right, for the Carolin. We still have the original tailings facility in place, and it's still got plenty of capacity.
Permitted?
Permitted.
Okay.
They only really got started, and gold dropped off in '84, and they shut down. So the tailings facility is pristine. We've got part of the old mill, which could be rehabilitated, but I expect if we get to that point where we're looking at a mill, it would probably be a new one.
Okay.
So that would, but the underground development case, we've got probably 4 kilometers of underground development that would cost millions to do now, to duplicate. That's part of a CapEx we don't have.
But that underground development, that has not sterilized significantly the resource, or is it access to?
It's provided access.
Resource?
Yeah,
Okay.
Part of that development was what got them into the deposit that they mined, but it's also given us access to the extensions where we're out drilling and add to the resource that they didn't mine. And this being an orogenic deposit similar to the Mother Lode or Braylorn, it's expected that it's going to run deep, and that's what we're going to try and test this year.
What kind of grades are we talking about?
Well, the resource that we have is 3.3 grams per ton, which under an underground mine might make people hesitate for a moment, but they actually, when they were in production, their average monthly grade was 3.2. And you're looking at long hole open stope mining, which should be allow the economics, but obviously we haven't done a PEA yet, and the target is to get that resource north of 500,000 ounces, and we'll then look at a PEA to do a new assessment of the economics.
Yeah, I would think that with that much infrastructure in place and relatively low capex, that your hurdle rate for a size of a resource wouldn't be as great. I mean, you don't need to find a 1 million ounce resource in this to get something into production. So you're thinking that your goal is to get it over 500,000, and you've got nearly 300,000 now in a resource.
Right, and so the target is to get there, and then we'll start doing an economic analysis of it. And in addition to that, we want to drill a lot of there's 24 other known gold occurrences, plus those 4 other historic mines.
Over how long of a trend are we talking about?
Oh, it's 28 kilometers long. We really have a district scale land package. So we are our own gold camp. So
proven resources, significant infrastructure in place in your own gold camp. What's the next step? What kind of catalysts are we looking at for investors?
The goal this year is to do that drilling. We could start on the underground, but we're probably going to. We have geos developing the surface targets right now, and once that's done, we'll have a better handle on what the projected budget's going to be, and we'll probably do another raise. Just so we don't want to start and not do it all.
Right. So you have identified targets. Some of them historically seem to be fairly high-grade targets, and the plan now is to go out and punch holes in those.
That's. I'm hoping this time next year we'll be able to say that we've hit them all and have some new discovery information.
Well, great. Looks like you've got some good news ahead of you and throughout this year.
Exactly.
Thanks, Kenneth. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.